Thanks a million for your company. This is still Today with John and Helen Live, coming to you from Plus TV Africa, channels 408 DSTV and 308 Star Times. We are a family-friendly show, and our aim is to get you better as a family, get you better in your business and whatsoever it is that you are up to. And today we have a guest, our second guest for the show is Dr. Abiola Salami, and I'm sure a lot of people will be asking me at this point, what's a Salami doing in our terrain, and I mean in our world as women? Yes, Dr. Abiola Salami is one of those women-friendly men, and he's looking to helping women scale up their businesses and progresses in the year 2024. And he's looking through his crystal ball at this moment, crystal ball, and helping the corporate women come 2024.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Dr. Abiola Salami is the convener of the Peak Performer TM and Principal Performance Strategy at CHAMP, a full-scale professional services firm. He's an alumnus of Harvard University, LBS, and American Government International Visitor Leadership Program, that's the IVLP. He is a member of the prestigious Forbes Coaching Council. He holds doctorate degree in behavioral modification and performance improvement by California Metropolitan University. He is the editor-in-chief and publisher of the Peak Performer Africa. He's also the convener of the Peak Performing Woman of the Year, an initiative dedicated to empowering and celebrating women. He is also an author of Get Mad, You Can Make a Difference, which has a foreword by Dr. Christopher Kolade, CON, who says, it's a man's world, foreword by Dr. Mo Abudu, The Magic of Emotional Intelligence, foreword by Professor Dana H. Bourne of Harvard University, and his latest work is The Peak Performing Woman's Companion, with a special review by Lady Maiden Alex Ibru.
Wow.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, let me just quickly add that Abiola was awarded one of United Nations top 100 most influential people of African descent class of 2020. Other awards include Africa's most influential coaching leaders by the Duo of African Leadership Awards and World HRD Congress, and Global Coaching Champions 2021 by World Coaching Congress. Awesome profile.
We said
Awesome
that together.
profile, Dr. Abiola Salami. I wish we had you right here, live in the studio. But not to worry, having you over there is good enough. Welcome to the show. We call it Today
Thank
with
you.
John and Helen
Thank
Live.
you. It's an honor to be here, and I'm
I
sure that
give you
sometime
chop
soon
up, just chop up, yeah? Just
So
we'll
that,
do the in studio thing very soon. I'm sure one of the Saturdays I'll be
yes.
right there
excellent,
in the studio with you.
excellent. All
So
right then.
Dr. Abiola Salami, I'll go back to Helen's
Yes, sir.
first question. What are you looking for in a woman's world?
Great question. Um, I think that I am in our world, and that world, I mean the human world, every one of us. I'm in that world. And I said this to you some years ago when I released my first book dedicated to women. The title of the book was Who Says It's a Man's World, forward by Dr. Moab.
Okay.
And so there were women reading the book, gaining insights, and then they keep sending us emails, to just appreciate the work we're doing. And the interesting thing with the mails they sent to us is their opening of the email always is, my dear sister, thank you very
Wow.
much for
Oh
the
my
great
goodness.
work you are doing. And initially we were wondering why were women thinking that it's only a
It had to be a
woman,
woman.
that this has to be a woman. But what we found that, my name is unisex, if you
Yes,
understand
Abiola.
your language. So they assume that the person is female.
The,
And what I believe is that you don't necessarily have to be part of a demography
yeah.
for you to create solutions and intervention for the demography. That is what empathy really means. Empathy means that you've taken time, to dedicate your resources to unearthing the issues and providing strategic insights to help deal with the issue. I
Correct.
strongly believe we don't have to be anti-man to be pro-woman. Neither do we have to be
Hey,
pro-man to be anti-woman.
Well,
So and many
awesome.
times when people are having this conversation, they just assume that, oh, the moment you are for women, it means you're against men, or the moment you are for men, it means you're
you're
against
against
women.
women.
If we really
Okay.
want to build an inclusive society, which is what the conversation is, inclusion, if we want to really build an inclusive society, we must ensure that we empower women, celebrate women, and we must ensure that as well we don't overcompensate, which is what a lot of individuals and organizations are doing.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about inclusion and equality.
Okay.
And then you see that there are a lot of interventions that are moving from, instead of striking the balance between the two,
Yeah.
leaning towards one side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not a mommy's boy, okay? You're just a guy in the corporate world who has found a niche and a gap, for information, enlightenment, and education that
Mm,
benefits whoever you are, woman or man. Yeah, that's established.
yes.
So right now, Dr. Salami, in the context of positive environments, what specific challenges over the years do women often encounter that you have found out, and how can they
Mm,
navigate these challenges effectively in the new year, 2024?
mm. Great question. Great question. And there are a number of them, but I want to focus on one because of our time. And that one is imposter syndrome.
Imposter.
Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. And let us first understand what this imposter syndrome thing means. It is a self-doubting tendency that a woman has that leads her, to feel skeptical or undeserving of her accomplishments. So now she's no more on the bottom of the food chain. She's been elevated. So she's seeing herself, that, oh, so I have all this people now reporting to me, or, oh, I'm the one that delivered this performance and everybody's appreciating me. Now, it doesn't mean she's now a C-level executive at the very top of the organization yet. Even the fact that she has risen from level 1 to 2, 2 to 3. And so there's that tendency, for that woman to continue to feel skeptical or undeserving of the accomplishment, saying, oh, me, I know, how could I have, been in this place? And then she's actually in the place, she's in the office, they're bringing her approvals to sign. She's seeing that she's now the big madam, in this organization. And something in her head, there are whispers, there are whispers, somebody will say village people, there are whispers saying that, you're just a woman, you're not
Yeah.
good enough. You're too young
Okay.
to be this.
Yeah.
Your family, nobody from your family has done this before. So really they will take this away from you soon. And then the woman is in the office, but she's unable to function effectively in the office because of the things going on in
In
her
her
mind.
mind.
And you see, according to research, one of the big four consulting firms in the world conducted a research not too long ago. And their research revealed that almost 75% of female executives across industries have faced imposter syndrome. Now, while almost 47% of female executives were in disbelief about reaching the level of their success, they can't believe that this is where they are. And the reason it's a big problem is not just their inability to function where they are right now, it's about tomorrow. It's about the next phase, because success is not a destination. It is something you keep improving on, you keep getting to new levels. And
Okay.
so when imposter syndrome has crippled you on level 1, it prevents you from moving ahead to level 2.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Salami,
Wow.
we'll have to move a little quickly here because there's one question that's been bothering me, for a while. Now, considering your expertise, could you share strategic approaches? Because we want to know how this can be done. Could you share with us strategic approaches or initiatives that corporate organizations can implement to empower and facilitate the growth of women in the new year?
Fantastic question. Fantastic question. One of the things organizations can do is to continue to provide platforms to train women. Platforms to train women, not just on technical skills now, but especially on confidence building. on confidence building. You see, for many women, and this is from the work I've done from research, for many women, many women are not confident of themselves, confident of their skills, and so you find some women who think that confidence is arrogance. So they go all the way to the other side and they are arrogantly trying to impose their opinion, impose themselves. And then there are those who are passive, who don't necessarily meet up. But where women should be is in the middle, which is being confident. Confidence doesn't announce itself. Confidence just shows, right? And with overcompensation because of lack of confidence, you find women, that are being aggressive, that are being arrogant, but their intention is to be confident. But because of lack of training, and mentorship in that direction, you find the woman being aggressive, being arrogant, and then other people are wondering why is this woman, just positioning herself like this, right? So what we want to have is to build skills for women who are assertive. So organizations needs to invest in this confidence building, assertiveness for a woman, so that she is not passive, which is she's not necessarily engaging and speaking the way she should, but she's quiet. There are issues. She has an idea that she wants to share, but some voice in her head is telling her to keep quiet and nobody will listen to her, and then she's not also overcompensating on the other side, which is aggressively trying to make her point, but she has built confidence and assertiveness. So organizations need to invest in that, for the women working with them. And that's
Yeah.
the way, their profitability can continue to grow.
So she should stop being defensive, in one word.
I'm feeling, not feeling intimidated in any way. All
Yeah.
right. So 2024 is our vision. It's the purpose for which we're having this show, because we'd like to get that woman to be the best that she can be in the new year. And so
Mm,
what trends have you observed in corporate
mm.
settings that could impact the professional development of women, and how can they leverage these trends, to their advantage in the new year?
Okay.
Very quickly.
Great question. Great. I love that. Great question.
In
I mean,
1 minute.
okay. So it's about commitment to personal development. The woman committing to learning and growing. One of my favorite quotes says that the illiterate of the 21st century won't be people that can neither read nor write, but people that cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And bringing that to this conversation for women, in 2024, women need to dedicate to acquiring new skills, which is, learning. Even the skills that you think you have before, you review it, which is relearning. And there are perhaps some things that has worked for you before that is not useful again, for the next level you are going into, you unlearn that. So for women, it's a commitment to personal development. If it is books, read the books and practice them. If it is events, don't just attend for networking, say attend to learn something. And when you learn it, practice it. So it's about committing to your personal development. And the more you develop, the more opportunities will come to you, and the more you'll be able to deliver excellence as the peak performing woman that you are on the opportunities you have.
I like that. Peak performing woman.
Yes.
Last question from you?
Ah, last question
Okay,
from
or a
me.
final word from the guest?
No. I'm thinking, wouldn't the men now feel intimidated if we're able to push women up the ladder so high? And then what happens to us?
Okay. No, that's a great question, because you remember one of my first comments is to understand that we are creating an inclusive society.
Okay.
And it should be inclusive, which is we're paying attention to everybody. But we're just saying that for this particular conversation, it's a focus on women. And I'd said that you don't have to be anti-man to be pro-woman. So organizations, yes, also engage men, empower them, help them to grow and to deliver excellence as we engage women as well. So it is not gender war. It's not about this or that. It is this and that. It is about every member of the team playing so that the team can win.
So that
Exactly.
makes me feel
Feel
safe.
better. And all of us will win together. At the end of the day, we return back to the family,
Yes.
and all of the positive
Benefits.
things and the
Yeah.
benefits, come to the family.
Great.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Please get your
Thank
diary
you.
and note that the first show we're having by the grace of God in 2024, January, will be with you, because there are so many areas that we haven't touched, and our goal is to get that woman out there to get all of the secrets and all of the tools and enablement, for her to scale up in 2024. Would you say yes
Sure.
to that, sir?
Of course, it's a yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. So we have our
That's the
first
thing.
guest in 2024. Yeah, quite an expose. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. And we wish you the
Thank you.
very best in the awesome work that you're doing with the women and the men for
Yeah.
the sake of
Thank you.
John.
Well, thanks for
Thank you very
revealing
much.
those little secrets to us at this time. I also hope that
Thank you.
the men have taken notes, like you've said, that this is, we're all in this together. We do really appreciate you,
Yeah.
Dr. Abiola Salami. Thanks for taking time out
Thank
to
you.
be with
Thank
us
you for
today
having me.
on Today with John and Helen Live.
All right, another break beckons, a lot of insight from there, and I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. I'd like to meet you one-on-one very soon. We'll take our next stopover is at Dolly Phillips' studio or the gym.
Jim.
Yeah, the gym is our studio, and
Yeah.
she is cooking something really, really nice for us out there. So let's get our training kits together and join her in the gym. It's Today with John and Helen live. And after that, Chizobam will be here with her guests. And they will be talking about culture and, what one young man is doing that is really awesome. The conversation segment on our culture and culture conversation with Chizoba will come after Dolly Phillips. Join us again.